Hello everyone, I'm Victoria Snow, and today I would like to go over how to create your own Gimp gradient and how to be able to share that gradient with others across the web. Now, I would like to start by saying that I have been all over Google and all over YouTube, and I have not come across a single tutorial that will explain these steps in detail. The only tutorial available out there is a very, very old tutorial for Gimp that was made like back when Gimp was first getting started, and we all know that Gimp has come a very long way. So for this tutorial I'm going to be using Gimp 2.10, which is one of the newest versions, and I will show you guys how to actually make those gradients and where you can find those gradients. So let's go ahead and get started. For starters, let's go ahead and make a new file. And I apologize if I'm going too fast because I do only have 15 minutes of screen time, so let's see if I can do it in 15 minutes. So we're going to want two different windows up. We're going to want gradients and palettes. So let's go ahead and get our gradients and palettes up. And let's go ahead and pull up Google Chrome or whatever web browser you guys may be having or using. Go ahead and search up a gradient that you would like to use. Now, keep in mind, I'm not doing this for money. You can't put a price on color, and you can honestly use whatever colors you are out there, honestly. And Gimp allows you to pick up whatever color you feel like. You can get a lot of gradients from DeviantArt and many other places out there, honestly, but most of these downloads, I'm going to go ahead and copy this image, but most of these downloads will require you to have like Photoshop or something equivalent to be able to use those gradients. So here are some pretty nice gradients. I actually really like these. These are very pretty. So, for starters, we are going to be using either the brush or the pencil tool. Doesn't really matter which one. They will both do the same thing. Okay, well technically they're not the same tool, but for our purpose, they do the same. They have the same result. So let's say I want to use this one right here. I like this one. This one's very nice. It's very pretty. So you're going to go ahead and control click, and that will allow you to pick up on its color. So here's your foreground and background colors. And as you can see, you can just click and grab, and it does go, you know, however you want, whichever color you want. So anyways, sorry, my brain had a meltdown for some reason. Alright, so we're going to come over here to our palettes. We are going to create a new palette, and this particular palette is going to be called, you can name this whatever you want, by the way, but mine is going to be named Sunset, because that's what it looks like to me. It's a sunset. So, after you grab your color, and I want to make sure that I get as far to the edge as possible because that's where most of the color is. So we're going to just click this button right here, and our color pops up right here. And you can stretch this window however you like. And now I'm going to grab a second gradient. Now you can technically do just two colors if you'd like, but for me, I personally like to get a mid color in there, just so that I can let it ease into the next color a little smoother. So let me just grab this color here, and this color here. And yes, you can drag these around on here. oops, you can drag them along here. It's a little finicky, but what it does is that when you do drag these along your color palette, it will create a sort of it will create a copy, I should say. So we don't want that. We could do that, but that's not what I'm wanting to do right now. So now we have this gradient. Well, we have this color palette, I should say. And we're going to go ahead and X that off. And it did pop up right here, as you can see. And these numbers right here that you see next to the title of your palette is actually the number of colors that are there. So now we have our colors, and now we're going to right click on it and go all the way down to palette to gradient. And it will create it over here in your gradients. So here's my sunset gradient. Let's see what it looks like. We'll grab our gradient tool and we'll just drag this down. And look how pretty that is. In fact, there's hardly any need to adjust it at all. So, now we have our gradient, which is awesome. And now, you can actually go ahead and edit the gradient. And you can edit this however you like. I like to stretch this out a little further so that we can play with it a little better. And you can drag this to stretch out your colors and put it to your preference. Let's see. I want it like that. Looks pretty good, I think. And that's all there is to it. So now you have your gradient. But there is a catch. This gradient does not yet show up in your files. So, what you're going to do, what I like to do, is first I will press this button called Custom Gradient. I will go ahead and hit the OK button. And what it does is it makes a quick PNG or JPG or whatever file image that you would like to have. And I like to save this just straight up as a PNG, just so I know what it looks like. And I'll go ahead and save that. And then, oops. And then after that, I will right click and save as CSS. And it's going to do its little thing. We're going to wait for it. Title it. Hit the OK button. Now, right click. We'll go ahead and refresh the gradients real quick. And then we are going to, oops. Here, I'll go ahead and press that button. Uh-oh. Something's not right. Hold on. Sunset. The OK button. Alright. The refresh button. Save as POV array. That's not right. Let's see. Where, oh where? Sunset. File name. And there we go. The OK button. Normally you can go ahead and just click this button right here, but for some reason it's not actually letting me do that. But seeing as how I've already saved it, you'll just go to the place that you saved it at. And for me, I saved it in my personal projects folder. and it should be right here. And that's all there is to it, and you just share this file right here. And that's it. So I hope this video was enlightening. It sure was for me. And I did have to kind of play around with things because it didn't quite come out like I originally intended either, because I had to go in circles just to figure this one out. So hopefully this was enlightening for you, and I hope to see you guys soon. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I will try and answer as best as I can. Just remember, I'm not an expert on Gimp. So if you're having a problem that I don't quite understand, I might not be able to help you. But I will do my best. So, see you guys later.